But in true Krusty's fashion, I have a proposed trade for you. Now, I did text the Gang of Seven, but they didn't text me back. I don't know what their problem was.
Oh, really, dude?
Yeah.
They
Now,
ghosted you?
I don't think that they knew my number. They probably think it's just some weirdo asking them questions.
They're partially right.
Prank texter?
They are right, because I'm a weird guy. But they didn't reply. So, that's what happens.
You probably asked a dumb question.
Well, this is not a trade I would want to do, personally, if I were the Cowboys, but I wanted to kick this around the room, and then we'll get into our top 10 list at 240. These. Proposed trade idea. As we talked about the Cowboys really needing a wide receiver after what we saw at OTAs last week, would you trade defensive tackle Trysten Hill?
Yes.
For Patriots wide receiver, former first-round pick, N'Keal Harry.
Just straight up, player for player?
Player for player. You have a second-round pick in Trysten Hill, who in true Krusty fashion might not have a sponsor anymore on this roster. Might be a camp casualty, depending if somebody else steps up and takes his spot. And then you have a player who's kind of underachieved in New England.
Kind of.
Yep. I mean, I think he still might have.
He's synonymous with underachieving.
Oh, I mean,
Isn't that his middle name?
play the last 2 years hasn't been great. But yes, he has. Yes, he is N'Keal underachieving Harris over there.
Yeah, I got that confirmed. Thanks to Pro Football Reference. Yeah, N'Keal underachiever Harry.
Now, the reason I wouldn't want Harry is
he's a bad football player.
He's slow. And I think the Cowboys really need speed. If they were to add somebody to this roster, I want speed. And that guy is not giving you that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I would love to say that I think N'Keal Harry could come in here and help you. I would not be opposed to moving on from Trysten Hill. I don't know. Maybe the special teams coach has an idea for getting value from Harry. But, yeah, that's a whatever to me, I guess. But, yeah, it's not solving any problems. I just have no faith in Trysten Hill. He has flashed a couple of times. But down in and down out, he's not a player that's going to help you win.
Yeah, I think if my wide receivers coach or something, or Kellen Moore comes to my office and I'm Jerry Jones or Steven, and he's like, hey, I really feel like I can get something out of this guy, and then maybe Dan Quinn and the D-line coach don't feel all that great about Trysten Hill, it's kind of a whatever move. Me personally, I think I've seen more flashes from Trysten Hill than N'Keal Harry. I think Trysten Hill is still somebody that can contribute in some form or fashion, whereas N'Keal Harry, I just think you're dealing with a guy who's just not any good.
Hill's fourth on the chart, though, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Of like, where are we at with the defensive tackles and just the pecking order, and even if Trysten Hill can give you more than N'Keal Harry can, is there even space for Trysten Hill? I guess is a fair question.
Especially with Chauncey Golston moving inside.
Yeah. But all it takes is an injury here or there, and then boom, you're glad you have a Trysten Hill. I'd probably just say no, and I'll keep Hill.
Yeah, I do think they might need a receiver, and I wouldn't be surprised if they add one in camp, but that's not the kind of guy that I would like. What would you think about that swapping player for player?
I think you just wait for your receivers to get healthy. I don't know that you want to, get tied up with N'Keal Harry, who's making more money than Trysten Hill and has been equally or more disappointing. I mean, people thought Trysten Hill was going to have a good year last year before he got hurt. And so, he'll get a chance to compete. I wouldn't be stunned if he was cut at the end of training camp. I'm with Brian on that. But I don't know. I don't think I'd want to get into when was N'Keal Harry picked? 2020 or 2019?
And he's slow. I think he was picked in 2019.
Okay, so same time as Trysten Hill, same amount of time left on the contract, but I wouldn't be looking for N'Keal Harry. I'd see if I could find maybe late round compensation or something, but honestly, this may just end with Trysten Hill getting released.
860 is in saying, as a diehard Patriots fan, N'Keal Harry is a waste of space on the football field. So there's that. I don't know. Trysten Hill showed something every now and then.
I agree.
Yeah, he's got traits. He's got ability. And it's just, last year he had an injury and he's always been a little bit of a hothead. That's another problem, like the fight he had at the end of the Raiders game.
Yeah, I like that. And
so, he had a fight with a guy that he actually was like pretty close friends with during pre-draft training, Max Crosby.
You can't let your buddies get the best of you.
No,
That hurts
I can't remember who it was he slapped, but when Max Crosby came in, he didn't calm down. They started fighting amongst themselves. But
he had an ankle twisting situation a couple years ago too after a sack.
Yeah, that was
he's a little unstable.
Seattle. Yeah, and so I mean, look, he's got talent. The questions with him have always been about maturity and could he handle coaching and could he put it together? And to this point, the answer's been no. But if somebody can get it out of him, I would think it could be Dan Quinn.